the Young Patriots of Trinidad and Tobago, a group formed from among the citizens that want change in the country. Without any political affiliation or loyalty, we choose to stand by our national anthem, knowing that taking a stand in our country could bring us many influential enemies. We will not be intimidated because the average person in Trinidad and Tobago still has a voice. It is our generation that must rise up to ensure that Trinidad and Tobago has a bright future for our children. We will rise up as a voice in the wilderness. We will not be silent, and if they take us out, may 1,000 more rise. This is our country, and we are the Young Patriots. Welcome to another episode of the Young Patriots. Thanks to everyone that liked, shared, and commented on our last video. We are lacking several pieces of equipment and personnel, but we will not let that stop us. Today, we journey to Gasparillo, to the home of Mr. and Mrs. Siratan, a couple that has an 11-year-old son with cerebral palsy, who is unable to walk, talk, or even sit upright on his own. They applied over 10 years ago for an HDC home, has gotten all the approvals, but they are still waiting for the keys to a home. When we arrived at the home of Ms. Siratan, we were greeted with warm smiles from both her and her son, Matthew Siratan. But behind the smiles is a story of struggles, hardship, and tears, as Ms. Siratan explained to us that she applied for housing several years ago and has had all the approvals and supporting documentation, yet she is still waiting for a home from the HDC.
Most nights with hotels are crowded, there are days with dark clouds are shrouded. They don't smile and they never will. Only volunteers get different.
My name is Laura, and this is my son Matthew. He has a disability that it is cerebral palsy. Cannot walk, cannot talk, but he is the pride and joy of my life. I love him very much, and everything that I am trying to get is for him.
So, the Young Patriots, we have taken up the case of Miss Siratan, and we are here with her, and she has all the documents. She has carried in everything. She has a copy of all the documents that she has sent, and she's going to explain each document, what she did.
This is the letter that we get from HDC to come in for the interview and do mortgage finance. Declaration that we don't have any house on our names and stuff. This I sent in to them, my son's school letter. This is a letter I sent in to them for a house. This is my eviction notice, which just told me this was not qualified as an emergency case with a disabled child. This is a letter from the Member of Parliament office. This is mortgage finance again, second time around, do and nothing doing. Mortgage finance, everything approved. Yeah, and nothing, we're still waiting. This is a second time declaration, waiting. All documents we sent in. My son medical. This is my son medical, stating he is disabled. This is the school letter. This is a letter from another therapy I take him to, and that we're still waiting for a house.
We then sat down with Ms. Siratan and allowed her to explain her struggles to be a parent with a differently abled son.
When he was born, he was in incubator and so for a month. After that was like in and out of a hospital. And every other month he in the hospital. I used to say that is my second home. When he was about a year, and they tell him that I have a disabled child and I don't want to accept that I have a baby with a disability, because he was like normal, you know, but he wasn't doing things as a normal child. Having to take care of my son is very tough, because now that I have him, it's like a 24/7 job. He called us in 2006 for interview, sent us to do paperwork for mortgage finance and whatever. We did all that, approved, nothing there, do it. In 2008, after I sent off a lot of letters, they called us in again. The same interview, the same process, mortgage finance, going through all that, approved again, nothing doing. They say that they will give us a house in Harmony Hall. We was promised one in Harmony Hall from the previous person who was there. We gone back after election and they said that houses was given out to who the minister chose to give houses to.
So we went across to Harmony Hall, which is 5 minutes drive from the home of Ms. Shiratan. We found that there were 2 condemned apartment buildings that was damaged by a major flood in 2010 because they were built too close to the Guayakara River. But besides those buildings, other apartments remain empty but vandalized, according to one resident that agreed to come on camera.
You see now, well, you have empty apartments and things, but what really happened, they vandalized them. And back door, some of the back doors and then just fall off. And they were able to see some people here to take certain things right on, some things were missing, what they see in the place. And we thought, well, they will send people to come and fix over what they have to do. And we see no money from them. So we didn't really know what really going on there. And some of the apartments were really empty.
In one of her letters written to the Ministry of Housing from the Member of Parliament dated 29th of June 2010, it states that Mr. Shiratan has a physically disabled child and they are desperately in need of housing accommodation. Under the present circumstances, Mr. Shiratan would be happy to be favored with a single-unit apartment as an alternative. But despite their pleas and countless letters, apartments 5 minutes away from their home remain empty, but not only in Gasparillo, but all over the country.
Well, that hurt me very much, because when I talk to people about it, have people apply like at the beginning of the month and by the end of the month they get in a house. It's very unfair. What happened to we the poor people in this country? Well, somebody apply for a house because there's a teacher or a lawyer or a doctor, they get in a house and I suffer and my child need a place too. It is a strain financially. People might say, you know, I getting money from the government to see what my child, but it is a strain. He need medication, he need Pampers, he need milk, he need medication to go off, so it is a strain. I went to the minister, the area, the representative of the area to get help, and he said that that don't qualify as an emergency case. It is not an emergency case. My son is not an emergency to get a house. The flood was not an emergency, but it is qualified as an emergency case to get a house.
Trinidad and Tobago, young Patriots here again. As you see just now there, the interview of Miss Laurel and her son, Matthew Shiratan. And you know, we came to speak to you about what do you think, Trinidad and Tobago, about this case, about this problem. You know, she applied for a house in 2004 and up to now she's still waiting for a house in 2014. That has been 10 years. You know, as you can see here, as she showed you all before, the documents of the approval from HDC, you know, the finances, she showed everything she showed. And you know, she's still there, waiting for a house. And you know, this sickens me, this gets me angry because, you know, houses that we have in Trinidad and Tobago, houses that is there available for people to stay in, it's empty and no one has houses. What do you think, Moses?
Yes, and
talking about the matter that all this time she's waiting. What about what she's facing, waiting all these times? For example, moving from house to house. She mentioned that 6 houses, changing, she have to adapt herself to these things. How come? How come? And there's house rotting. We can't accept this, Trinidad and Tobago. Do you accept this? You saw all these things that she went through. My friend, something have to happen. Yes or no, Tigana?
And only now she has condition to take care of him, because why? She's there nurturing him, she's there growing up. But when he becomes an adult, when Matthew becomes an adult, where would he stay? He can't stay in his own place because why? They are renting. And the thing about everything is that, they are renting in these houses. They move 4 to 6 times. While he's 11 years and he moved 4 to 6 times. How many houses they helped fixed? How many people apartment they helped fix while they were moving? The same money they can take to put rent. Why they don't take this money and put it to the house that they are mortgaging? Why they don't take the same money and put it to the house that they have been waiting for many years? They're paying $1,500, $2,000, $2,500. And the problem is, some of you all who are watching this is passing through the same situation.
Yes,
true or not?
True. And speaking to the husband, he mentioned that, $4,000. He's self-employed, and when you're self-employed, sometimes work comes, sometimes it doesn't. The mother is, a housewife. So, it's tough on them. It's tough on them, We need something to happen with this case.
We are here fighting to see a difference in Trinidad and Tobago. And I want you viewers to understand and to see what is taking place. Some of you are sitting there, watching this on the computer, watching this on the laptop. And you are passing through the same situation. You are here, you're asking yourself, you're saying, look, imagine this person passing through this. I am passing through this and even worse. And you want to be quiet. Where's your voice? You have to speak, Trinidad and Tobago.
Your voice matter. Your voice matter. Your voice is powerful. It's time to arise. It's time to say something. You're facing something, a situation maybe similar or even maybe worse. It's time to speak up.
With the vast number of empty HDC homes all over the country, the young patriots of Trinidad and Tobago asks our fellow patriotic countrymen to take a stand together with Mr. and Mrs. Cerebral and their family, because there is no reason for her to still be in that situation since all of her documents has been approved and she has been waiting for 10 years. Please like, share and comment on this video to get her story out to the public so that you can be an agent of change. Be a true patriotic Trinbagonian and stand as together we aspire for a better tomorrow. And as we all stand together, we will achieve our goal to make Trinidad and Tobago a better nation.